Elite Facts presents
16 amazing animal predators straight from your nightmares.
16.
The sarcastic fringe-head fish may be small, but it's incredibly ferocious. Noted for its gigantic mouth, it demonstrates very aggressive territorial behavior, so be careful if you're in its neighborhood, as it's been known to attack people as well as other fish.
15.
The Goliath bird eater is truly the stuff of nightmares. Part of the tarantula family, it can have a leg span of up to 28 centimeters. Contrary to its name, eating it is a delicacy in some parts of South America. Contrary to its name, it rarely eats birds, preferring rodents, toads, and insects.
14.
The Yeti lobster, or Yeti crab, is another fluffy-looking creature with silky bristles covering its legs and claws that resembles fur. It was discovered in the South Pacific in 2005. Named Kiwa hirsuta after the Polynesian goddess of shellfish, the strange creature has no eyes and lives near active hydrothermal vents.
13.
Thorn bugs are strange-looking insects with extravagant methods of camouflage. They have an enlarged and ornate pronotum, which looks like thorns on a branch. This protects them from predators by blending them into the plant they're resting on, and also discourages them for fear they will be pierced by the thorns. In some species, this is horn-like, but can come in many more bizarre shapes.
12.
Despite their appearance, sea pigs are actually a type of sea cucumber. They are also deep sea dwellers, living many miles below the ocean surface in the mud and the dark. The little pink creatures snuffle around in the mud just like pigs, eating up decaying plant and animal materials.
11.
The Piura chilensis looks like a bleeding rock, but it's really a type of sea squirt. Found on the rocky coast of Chile and Peru, locals consider them a delicacy and eat them raw or cooked. It blends in well with its surroundings, but don't stand on one as it will burst open, spilling a strange-looking mass of blood-red hermaphrodite creatures, almost like getting blood from a stone.
10.
The naked mole rat might be one of the Earth's ugliest creatures, but it's still one of the most fascinating. Living in the East African desert, it lives longer than any other rodent, to about 30 years. With its hairless body and buck teeth, it won't win any beauty prizes, but it has a very important trait that has the science community fascinated. This little creature doesn't seem to develop cancer.
9.
No, it's not something from a Jim Henson film. This is an aye-aye, which lives on the island of Madagascar. These small, shy creatures are nocturnal and feed off insects which they grab with their long, nimble fingers. They also prefer the high life, spending most of their time in trees in the rainforest. And they're closer to humans than you might think. Aye-ayes are related to monkeys, chimpanzees, and even us.
8.
Giant isopods look like enormous underwater bugs and burrow into the sea floor, hundreds of feet below the surface of the water. They can grow bigger than 15 inches in length and are like the cockroaches of the ocean, in that they can last a long time between meals.
7.
This beautiful hypnotic blue creature is not a seahorse, rather it's a sea slug, quite fittingly known as the blue dragon. The blue dragon floats near the surface of the ocean, able to do so because its stomach contains a small gas-filled sac. It hates the cold and likes to mainly be in warmer waters. However, you should back it in a fight, as it is a tough predator and eats things that are much bigger than itself.
6.
Vampire sharks are very aptly named as they despise sunlight and are only found in deep, dark waters. They are so rarely seen or caught that it may be there are very few of them in existence. Another ugly creature, they are not deformed as some people think. Their distorted and disfigured appearance is entirely natural.
5.
Deep-sea fish are definitely some of the scariest looking creatures around, and they live in almost total darkness. They live so deep in the sea that there is little or no light, but even so, they are so evolved they can detect even the slightest shadow. They can also create their own light, which is called bioluminescence. 4. The red-lipped batfish is unusual for a fish in that it is a terrible swimmer. Instead, it uses its highly adapted pectoral fins to walk on the ocean floor. The male's luscious red lips are thought to attract the opposite sex for mating. This tropical climate fish is like other anglerfish in that it attracts its prey using a structure on its head.
3,
The star-nosed mole has to have one of the craziest noses on Earth. Found in Canada and the northeast United States, this mole's star-shaped snout has more than 25,000 tiny sensory receptors. These help the mole find its way to their underground lair. These 11 pairs of pink, fleshy appendages ringing its snout are used as a touch organ and are perfectly poised to detect seismic wave vibrations.
2,
Crocodiles might not be the scariest thing in the water. The Goliath tigerfish is an awesome predator for ferocity. Huge by name and huge by nature, the Goliath tigerfish is definitely something you wouldn't want to bump into in the dark. A scary predator, its large jaws contain fearsome, sharp, jagged teeth. Not for the faint-hearted fisherman, the Goliath tigerfish is lightning fast and frequently snaps through fishing line and steals tackle.
1,
The Venezuelan poodle moth is, as its name suggests, pretty cute and fluffy. It was only discovered in 2009, and scientists still know very little about it.
Don't forget to like us and subscribe for more Elite Facts.